How you doing? I'm Callan and this is Slapped Ham. Today we're talking about some really terrifying images. From a photo of an eerie alien visitor to a monster seen lurking near the Great Wall of China. Join us as we take a look at 8 weird photos that simply shouldn't exist. And before we get into it, remember to hit that subscribe button for more awesome creepy content just like this. In early 2018, a father submitted this eerie photo to Reddit asking the community for an explanation. The user, who wanted to remain anonymous, said he was taking some photos of his son. He took a whole series of pictures of his boy playing around the living room. Several hours later, when the user reviewed the photos, he was shocked to discover one image that seemed to show a mysterious figure standing in the room behind his son. The photo clearly shows a humanoid figure with a long, slender neck and a small, bulbous head. It has large black eyes and looks to be wearing a silver shirt with black pants or a skirt. Its legs are distorted, short and thin. The user said he was terrified someone had broken into their house, as he was adamant that it was just him and his son home at the time. The dad quickly searched all the rooms looking for someone that had entered their home. However, there was no one to be found anywhere. Once he thoroughly searched his house and property, he sat down and took another look at the photo. It was at this point he almost fainted at the realization that it wasn't a thief or a human intruder. The Reddit user now believes he was visited by an extraterrestrial. He is convinced that the strange proportions of the visitor and deep black eyes have to be that of an alien from outer space. Fellow Reddit commentators agreed that the figure was unusual and couldn't quite explain the image. A whole slew of explanations were considered, including ghosts, ghouls, aliens, and even angels. More level-headed viewers suggested that it might be a glitch in the camera, merging another image with this one. Others said it was an outright hoax, blaming Photoshop for the whole thing. So what do you think? Has the camera captured the split second an alien visitor appeared, or is there another explanation? Imagine walking along a street walled in by tall apartments only to see this very unsettling notice sticky taped to a pole. While you're reading this, there is a man in one of the windows high above you who is taking your photograph. He'll then make a Wii model of you and put it with other Wii models of other people, then he plays weird games with them. It's enough to make anyone's skin crawl. In January 2015, Japanese pop star Sayaka Yamamoto posted this eerie photo to her Twitter. Nothing seemed out of the ordinary when the member of girl band NMB48 tweeted to her audience, saying she was about to eat some strawberry daifuku. However, moments after the tweet went live, several fans noticed something unusual in the photo. If you take a close look in the mirror at the rear of the room, it appears to show an extra person sitting in the vacant seat next to Yamamoto. In the reflection, you can see the back of the pop star's head, and to her right there is another long-haired figure, but in the foreground the seat is completely empty. According to Japanese folklore, mirrors can sometimes reflect images of spirits that have unresolved energy, ghostly entities that are trapped in limbo. What do you think's been captured in this mysterious photo? Experts who have analysed the image have struggled to provide a reasonable explanation. One professional even admitted if it's a Photoshop job, it's one of the finest he's ever seen. Several journalists contacted Yamamoto for further comment, but she declined to elaborate. Could this Japanese pop star really have captured a spirit on camera? Is this a soul lingering in the room trying to make contact? This chilling photo was uploaded to Reddit in 2013. The user said he found it inexplicably in a drawer in his grandma's house. No one in the family could explain it or identify the woman in the photo. What makes this far worse is what the poster said happened the night before discovering this creepy photo. He said he was staying at his grandmother's house, which the family hadn't visited in many years. During the first night there, he woke up at around 3 AM to a creaking door sound. He assumed it was his sister, but realised the door to the room was closed. When he opened his eyes to have a look, he said he saw a partial figure of a girl float towards his bed. She was pale and translucent and hard to focus on. His breathing became tight and restricted as the figure eerily hovered towards an old cabinet in the corner of the room. The strange presence vanished and he ran out of the room immediately. The following day, he told his mum and grandma about the encounter. They said they didn't know what it could be, but maybe he should ask his uncle about the incident. Later that afternoon, whilst looking for a pen, the Reddit user opened a drawer and discovered this photo. His heart nearly stopped right then and there, as the photo had a similar energy to the figure that had visited him just the night before. On the back of the photo was the single word "look" scrawled in pen. When he asked his uncle about the photo and the incident, his uncle believed him immediately, saying he had had all kinds of strange encounters in that house. Once he had workmen renovating the house, leaving in a hurry, saying they couldn't work in the building after some kind of incident. He found shattered glass in his garage along with a single shackle found in the attic that he said mysteriously vanished. No one in the family can explain the photo or where it came from, and they have absolutely no idea who the woman in the photograph might be. This is a grave from Victorian era England. It's thought that the cage was intended to keep villagers safe from vampires and zombies who might rise from their graves. If their corpses were to reanimate, the cage would stop them from escaping. However, some historians have noted that these cages might actually have been used for the opposite reason, to stop grave robbers from pillaging wealthy family tombs. What do you think? Is this cage keeping things in or out? Let us know your thoughts in the comments section below. In January 2017, researchers claimed that they had discovered a mummified hand that they believed to be extraterrestrial in origin. Author Brian Forster claims he and his team were given the strange mummified specimen from some cavers who were exploring a network of tunnels in southeastern Peru. It's alleged that the three-fingered hand was found near an unusual elongated skull. Forster claims that X-rays were taken of the hand, which shows each of the long fingers have 6 bones each, instead of 3 found in human fingers. He also said that he had a physician examine the specimen who verified that the find was made of real tissue and bone, but the DNA didn't match any known species of animal. The conclusion Forster and his team came to was that the mummified hand was not human, but came from a life form of some kind. Unfortunately, tests from independent researchers haven't been conducted. Also, the names and qualifications of Forster's team haven't been verified, which leads many to think that the specimen discovered is a hoax. However, the bizarre three-fingered mummified hand has fueled hopes for many alien enthusiasts that this is genuine evidence that extraterrestrials have visited our planet. This weird photo was posted to Reddit a few years ago. User Heart Shittles posted the photo to show off a quilt that she had just made. However, in the background you can see that her reflection in the mirror is somehow looking straight at the camera. Understandably, most Reddit users who saw the post were freaked out by the image. A debate quickly sparked as to how her reflection could be facing that direction. Some called the image cursed or haunted, saying that the young girl might be a witch. Others took a more reasonable approach and simply labelled the picture a Photoshop hoax. There's quite a few of these altered reflection photos floating around the internet. Whether they're hoaxes or not, they certainly make for very creepy images. Before we get to that #1 spot and take a look at a weird monster spotted near the Great Wall of China, remember to hit that subscribe button and turn on channel notifications. That way you'll be up to date with all our latest videos. In June 2014, a series of photos surfaced that appear to show a goblin-like monster in a ravine near the Great Wall of China. An anonymous Chinese tourist said he was camping in Huaru, Beijing when he wandered away from the campsite to go to the toilet. It was at this moment he spotted a bizarre-looking creature squatting on a rock. He took out his phone and took a series of photos that almost defy explanation. When local news outlets contacted the witness, he said, "I walked far away to have a pee and suddenly saw a monster." When the photo set did the social media rounds, people were quick to dub the monster Gollum from Lord of the Rings, or even Dobby the house elf from Harry Potter. Some analysts have noted that the figure bears a striking resemblance to a costume featured in a Chinese TV commercial that was aired around the same time. So what do you think, real or fake? Did the tourist just stumble onto a photo shoot for an ad, or did he really witness some kind of cryptid animal that is yet to be classified by modern science?
Well, there's another episode down. Thank you so much for watching. Now in the comments section below, let us know which one of these photos you thought was the creepiest. Slap that thumbs up button as it really helps us out. And that's it for me. I'll see you all next time. Pew!